Hello, welcome to this segment. My name is Peter Udo. I'm going to talk about Zoom meetings today with reference to hosting a meeting. I've talked about joining a meeting in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and click and search for it. It's there. Very interesting video. This will be a continuation of that segment. And here we're going to talk about hosting a meeting, whether you want to use a video to host a meeting or host without a video, or capture your screen and share with the audience in the process. So you have so many options that you can explore with this application when you host a meeting. Let's go ahead and explore how it works in a moment. We're going to pull it up and you're going to see those options and we go from there. To demonstrate how hosting a Zoom meeting works, we're going to go ahead and bring up a browser. You have the option to use Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Safari, or any browser you find convenient. Here I'm going to use Google Chrome. So I'm going to go to address bar and type www.zoom.us. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. That takes me to the website. At the top here there's a menu item that has three options: host a meeting with the video off, with video on, or screen share only. If you choose the last one, you'll be sharing your screen with the meeting participants without necessarily having your image there. But here I have video on. I'm going to use that because I have camera attached to my computer. I'm going to click that. That brings up Zoom meeting. If you haven't used Zoom meeting in the same computer before, it's going to make you install it once you click this menu. Because I've installed it before, I do not need to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click open Zoom meetings, and it brings me to here. And if you look at what is going on here, it's showing me an existing image at the background because I've already put in a background image there. If you have watched the previous video that I made on this, which is about joining Zoom meeting, you would have seen how I put in that background image. So here I'm going to use computer audio. In the absence of computer audio, I could use a phone call. To dial either one of these numbers is going to prompt you to put in the meeting ID. Once I do that, it will allow me to join with or host the meeting with audio from my phone while I watch the rest of the meeting, or conduct the rest of the meeting on the computer screen. But we have the computer audio that works, so we're going to use computer audio. I'm going to click enter, and we're there. Tells me I'm using computer audio, and it has my meeting ID right there, which I can send to anybody anytime. Once I'm here, I can invite participants. It gives me the easy option here to click and invite participants. If I use default email here, it's going to use the default image I set up. The default email I set up here to invite participants. I can also invite by contacts by copying the meeting invitation or the URL and sending to the participants. Here I'm going to demonstrate inviting by email. So I'm going to use my Gmail to invite a participant. The participant will be me. That's my email right there. Type in the email and you invite the person to join the meeting that's already in progress. I scheduled this meeting, so it's a meeting in progress, and that's what it's going to tell the individual. Once I send it, it's going to go to my Yahoo address because I'm inviting myself. Once I log into my Yahoo account. I should be able to see that invitation. And I do user at whatever that number is. It says to join the Zoom meeting. I'll click on that. And once I click on the URL, it's going to bring me to this page where I click on Open Zoom Meetings, and here we are. Now I have joined the meeting right here, the same screen, the same person, because the host is now the participant, the invitee. So I'm hosting the meeting and I'm joining the invitation. So what I'm going to do is a copy invitation from this ongoing meeting and send to somebody. And this is what the meeting invitation is going to look like. I can send this to participants. I can edit the content here. If I click here, I can edit the content of the meeting. Video, let the users join with the video on, or the participants. The host should have a video on, and the participants should also have the video on. For the audio, telephone and audio, both options are available for everyone. Meeting password, I wouldn't want that required, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I can copy the invitation. Once I copy the invitation, all I need to do is go to an email and send it to my users. That's one way to do it. There is another way. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my email here, Gmail. If I open it, it will pop up like that, and I'm going to compose and paste that meeting invite like that. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put in the address for my invitee, and I'm going to put in the subject discussion for the fourth quarter profit, and I'm going to send that. I sent it to myself, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my Yahoo account, log into that, be able to see the invitation, and once I log in, I should be able to see that. So that it says me because I send it to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and that's the meeting right there. So with this particular link, I can join the meeting. Once I click on it, it will take me to a website, Zoom web meeting. So while I'm here, it will allow me to record the meeting because I'm the host. If I'm not the host, it's going to ask me to ask for permission from the host before I can record the meeting. So I'm going to stop recording. There's a number of things that you see here. I've discussed these menu items in the previous video. If you haven't watched it, go back to my channel and watch joining a Zoom meeting, where I talked a little bit about these menu items here. Let me blow this up to full screen so we can appreciate a full image. So there's nothing new here that I haven't talked about. This will allow you to end a meeting, record a meeting, send a chat to the meeting participants, share your screen, invite participants, manage participants. If you want to mute somebody or a number of participants, you can do that from here. And you can mute the people who are talking wherever you are in your location. You can mute your voice so that meeting participants do not hear what they say. And here you can change the background image, this image back here. If I click here and go to add image, I should be able to select another image and swap it out. And look at that. I just have another image right there behind me. And I can do that again. Let me go back, and right there. Because I've used it before, it stores it right here for me, and I have the image back there. Alright, that's it for hosting a Zoom meeting. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to share and subscribe. Let me know of any video ideas that you have.